first figure is a parallelogram. Both sides, not the dashed lines. The sides are always going to be a bold, solid line. So we're going to add up 10 plus 10 plus 7.5 plus 7. Equals 35. Next up, it's asking for our area formula. Formula for area of parallelogram is area equals base times height. So our base is 10 times our height, which is 6. So that equals 60 inches squared. Okay, so this is the same as inches squared. So you don't need to write the caret, but it's easier for me to type with and use the caret symbol. So remember, the caret symbol just means to the power up. Our next figure here is a trapezoid. And again, we're finding perimeter. So we're going to add up both sides. So we get 9 plus 22 plus 12 plus 37. Then we're looking at area. So area is 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times our height. Okay, so this is the same as a fraction that looks like this. So for our area, got 1/2 times base 1 of 37 plus base 2 of 22 times our height of 8. It's 236 inches squared. Our next figure is a triangle. And we're finding our perimeter. So we're adding all of our sides. So 9 plus 12 plus 15. This is 36 centimeters. formula for area is 1/2 times our base times our height. Our base for our triangle is 12 and our height is 9. Times 12 equals 54 centimeters squared. Our next figure is a rectangle. And finding perimeter, so we're adding up all of sides. So we've got 7 plus 7 plus 2 plus 2. It's 18. For area is base times height. Base is 7 and height is 2. So 7 times 2 equals 14 meters squared. Our next figure is a kite. So remember that this side is also 34 and this side is also 20 because you have two sets of consecutive sides or sides that are next to each other that are congruent. So you've got 34 plus 34 plus 20 plus 20 because we're just adding the sides for perimeter. That gets us 108 meters. Then the formula for area is diagonal 1 times diagonal 2. That's not right. It's 1/2 diagonal 1 times diagonal 2. Okay, so that means we have to have our full diagonal. So this is a question that a lot of you missed on your assignment because you didn't get a full diagonal and you missed it multiple times. So you have to add up the lengths going all the way across. So we're adding 30 and 12. That gets us 42 for one of the diagonals. And then for the other diagonal, again, going all the way across. So we're adding 16 and 16. And that gets us 32. So we've got 1/2 times our diagonal 1 of 42 times diagonal 2 of 32. So that gets us 672 meters squared. Our next figure, notice that the sides are congruent here. So this is a rhombus. Remember that all of the sides are congruent on a rhombus. So we've got 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20. And this equals 80 centimeters. And remember that the formula for area of a rhombus and kite are the same. So we've got 1/2 times diagonal 1 times diagonal 2. So that's 1/2 times 12 times 16. They all start already able for this. And that gets us 96 centimeters squared. Okay, so our next question asks us to find their circumference when we know the area is 49 pi inches squared. So remember, just like we did on our assignment, we have to have two formulas. So we need the formula for area, which is pi r squared. And we also need the formula for circumference, which is 2 pi r. Okay, so we know our area is 49 pi, so we're going to plug that 49 pi in for area. And we're going to divide by pi on both sides. So we get 49 equaling our radius squared. And then we're going to take the square root of both sides and get 7 for our radius. We're not finished because we need to find our circumference. So we're going to plug that radius in. So we've got 2 times pi times our radius of 7
So 2 times 7 is 14. So we've got 14 pi inches. Our next one, we want to find the area of our circle where the circumference is 48 pi inches, again, in terms of pi. So again, we need both formulas. We need our circumference formula, which is 2 pi r. And we need our area formula, which is pi r squared. So we're going to plug the circumference 48 pi in C. We're going to divide by 2 pi on both sides. That leaves us with 24 pi. We're going to substitute, we're going to plug in that 20, sorry, it doesn't leave us with 24 pi, it just leaves us with 24 because the pi's cancel out. So we're going to plug that 24 in for our radius. We're going to substitute that 24. So we've got pi times 24 squared. 24 squared is 576. Bring down pi. So we got 576 pi inches squared. Number 27, we want to find the area of the sector and give our answer in terms of pi. So I'm not worried about the rounding to the nearest hundredth. So I'm going to cross that out on both of these. If it says that on your assignment, you can go ahead and cross the rounding to the nearest hundredth out as well. So we want to find the area of our sector on this first one. So our formula for area is m over 360 pi r squared. So our radius is 26 and then our angle is 90. Divide 90 divided by 20 by 360. Times pi to a radius of 26 squared. So that gets us 90 over 360 reduces to 1/4.
26 squared is 676. We're multiplying that 1/4 times 676. That gets us 169. Squared. The next one, we're looking for arc length. Our formula for arc length is L equals M over 360. Times 2 pi r. So M here is 120. And our radius is 18. So we've got 120 divided by 360. Times 2 by 18. And 120 divided by 360 is 1/3. And 2 times 18 is 36. And 1/3 times 36 is 12. So we've got 12 pi meters. Our next one, we're finding the area of the shaded region. Remember that we cut our figures and try and avoid trapezoids if we can. So we are going to cut down and form our triangle. So we have a rectangle and we have a triangle. So we're going to start with the area for the rectangle. Area is base times height. So our base for our rectangle is 9 times our height, which is 8. 9 times 8 is 72. We need to find our area for our triangle. Formula for area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. So that means we need to find the base and the height of our triangle. So to do that, our base, so our base of the whole figure is 14. The base of the rectangle is 9. So we're going to subtract 14 minus 9. And that gets us 5. So the base of our triangle is 5. And then we're going to do the same thing for our height. So things that are going the same direction with our height are 8 and 5. 8 is the full length of the figure. 5 is just its partial length. So we're going to have 8 minus 5.
And that gets us 3.
Right. For a triangle. So we've got 1/2 times our base of 5. That's our height of 3. So 7.5. And then we need to find our total area. So we're going to add those two together because the rectangle and the triangle are stuck together. They're put together. So 72 plus 7.5. And we get 79.5 millimeters squared. Last one, we want to find the shaded area. And we have a trapezoid and a triangle. So we need to find the area of the trapezoid and the area of the triangle. So for the area of the trapezoid, remember our formula is 1/2. Our two bases added together times our height. Our two bases are 48. 2. Height is 18. $1,350 inches squared. And then we need to find the area of the triangle. The area of the triangle is 1/2. Base times height. So we've got 1/2 times the base of our triangle, which is 9, times the height of our triangle, which is 12. And that gets us 54 inches squared. Now to find our area that is shaded. This triangle is not attached elsewhere to this trapezoid to add on to it. It is taken out of this trapezoid. It is not shaded. So we're going to subtract 1,350 minus 54. That gets us 1,296 inches squared. So that's it for the lesson. Make sure that you're doing just like I did, writing down your formulas and showing all of your work. Without your work, you're not getting full credit. So your assignments, the next two pages, so front and back, one page. Make sure that you leave your work